Divine Awakening. This message is going to be for the water signs this week. I rolled my dice and Scorpio came out, and you know how I love me being a Scorpio. Okay, so we are doing elementals, the water signs, and I'm going to utilize my new the Sacred She Tarot. Now we'll use Mother Dex, but my new The Sacred She Tarot. Okay, so water signs. We are talking Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. So let's tap into ways that we can connect. This coming out of my Bewitching the Element, my book that's falling apart that I love, ways that we can connect with the water spirits. When we start talking about water spirits, it's so many, but I want to hone in on Mami Wata because Mami Wata is a um, combination of spirits. It's not just one. Okay, and so ways to connect with this element of water, or let me back up just a tad bit, right? Because water is more abundant than earth. Like it's more water on the earth, right? And so it says earth is a connection to the physical, air to the mental, fire to the sexual or sensual, and water is the connection to our emotions, right? When we connect to this element, we connect to the divine feminine. And so we talk about the divine feminine a lot here in the eighth house. Sometimes water functions as a tower moment. Yes, because it cleanses, it purifies, it washes. Yeah, by the washing of the water and the word. What word? The words that we speak. So we have to be very mindful of what it is that we allow to flow out of our mouths because it is our emotions. Water is our energy in motion, our emotions. And so when we put emotions behind words, now we are creating. Okay, we're creating. So we have to be very mindful of how we utilize our energy in motion. Okay. All right. Ways to connect to the element of water. Of course, going to an ocean, a lake, a river. Okay. But when you go, there is protocol. Like we can't just show up. You can stand all empty handed. All right. So when you go, ask the elementals and the spirits of that body of water, right? Ask them for a message, meditate there, journal there, but also take an offering. Take an offering. Whether it is, I keep a little tea bag of herbs, rice in my bag. And I have a bag in the car that, it's got tarot cards, it's got everything in my bag, okay? Incense and all. I keep a little tea bag, right? It has herbs in it. Um, so that when I go to the water, if I don't have any fruit, if I don't have anything else, I have those herbs that have been prayed over and they are intentionally an offering for the spirits, right? So whether I pour them at the foot of a tree, whether I can sprinkle them in the waters, yeah? And so make sure you take an offering when we are trying to connect with our water spirits. Turn washing your hands into a ritual. That is a good way to connect with water spirits. We are talking Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces energy, okay? So when I get up in the rising, when I wash my hands, I wash them first. Yes. And then I put cinnamon, sugar, and clove powder in my hand with a little bit of anointing oil. And I wash my hands with that. And I do my money affirmations or my whatever affirmations, and I wash my hands. That is another way to connect with the energy of water. Okay. Listen to your intuition. Drinking tea, we know that is a way to connect, spend time. under the moon. Perfect way to connect with the water spirits. Okay, so water signs, here we go. Drinking water, of course, we know that. Spending time under the moon, making your shower a ritual as well. All right, so those are ways to connect with the energy of water. Now, I want to know what's the situation this week? What's the situation? So I'm gonna do my dice. What's the situation for my water signs? Ooh, we got Uranus. Mm. Uranus pertaining to the expansion of the known, innovative course of action, protests and reform. Okay. Now, water signs. What house, part of us, what house are we transforming? What house are we expanding? Here we go. In the fifth house, ooh, Leo. So we are expanding in the fifth house, water signs. And the fifth house represents womanhood. What are we talking about? The feminine cycles, hobbies, creative disciplines, and fun activities. Baby, Scorpios, we are coming out of Cancers, we are coming out of Pisces, we are coming out of all of that emotion, all of that energy that we have been operating in. And now we are moving into an expanded energy of fun, of sensuality, of sexuality. Yes, in this fifth house. Come on, I love it. Let's see. This week is beautiful. Here we go. Spirit, tell us. Yes, indeed. I can't make y'all don't hold on. Can I have one more? This up. This is beautiful. Can I have one more? Can I have one more from water, water energy signs, water elementals? Okay, maybe not. Let's talk about these two first. Mhm. So so we're talking about water signs coming alive, right? Coming out of, listen, coming out of, wait a minute, solitude, okay? Because we've done the inner work. We work this thing out left, right, good, bad, up, down, right? We have done the inner work. We've grounded our energy. We've centered ourselves. We've tapped into our shadow work. Okay. Now we get into the flow, Ace of Cups. Now we get into the flow. And what I say, water spirits. Now we're connecting to the water spirits, to our divine selves. Because here's the thing in solitude, in the hermit mode, this is number 9, right? This is the end of the cycle. Just like 2025 is a number 9 year. We just ended the cycle. Yes. And although we understand that the new year is not until, springtime, but that's not what we do. Okay. Now, water signs, we are now expanding our energy. Now we're getting into the flow, the ebb and flow. You understand? And so in this flow, we are now in Leo energy. Leo is the wounded healer. Leo is Chiron. Leo is also orgasm. Y'all better hear what I'm trying to tell you. Leo is orgasm. Yes. And so when we are in this fifth house, right? It is bold, strong emotions, right? Anybody know a Leo? Y'all know they in your face, right? But they do that because they're actually very sensitive. And so it's almost a get you before you can get me type of thing. But when we're talking about the fifth house, now we're talking about this divine feminine womanhood and the feminine cycles. Okay, water signs. And so we are coming out of the hard work. We're getting into the flow and ease. Flow and ease of manifestation. Ooh, wait a minute. Flow and ease of manifestation, flow and ease of everything that we have desired. Flow and ease, I got you. Ooh, wait a minute. We have conquered, see, that's what I'm trying to tell you. We have conquered the devil energy. the repression. We have conquered the devil energy. You see her on the inside so that when we come out, what? Now we're moving in love, passion, sensuality, sexuality in our easy flow of water. I can't make this freaking up. We did with the hard work because now we're in a 10 year. Okay. Before we reduce it to number one, we're going to allow it to be 10, for 6 months or so. Okay. Because in this 10 month, I'm sorry, year, now we are, I don't even know here. Let's go right here. In this 10 year water signs, now we are um, operating in our flow. Okay. Number 10 is the Wusa number. That is Malkut. That's kingdom, right? That's manifestation. That is having all of the elements in alignment. Okay. And so that's where we are, water signs, because we've overcome the repression. We've overcome. Hmm, Give us one. Give us one. Give us. I love it. I absolutely love it. So this week, we are now. Yeah, I know I can't make this up. You saw this card flip out. What it say? Uranus. Just like the dice said, Uranus. That's the energy that we are in. I can't, or Uranus, depending upon how you want to, do it. Right? We are in this energy. Hold on. Now, this is coming out of my black moon Lilith, out of my black moon Lilith. And just because it's a spark of genius and ascension. See what I'm trying to tell you? And I don't normally use a book, but I want to know. It says a shakeup is coming to bring change in your life. Uranus is indicating that something or someone is keeping you stuck. What I say over here, we're coming out of this repression. You see, we're coming out of this devil energy. Uranus is the planet of shock, surprise, and genius. It's the planetary ruler of the air sign Aquarius, right? And so your spark of genius, all right, Scorpio, is in the death and regeneration. It is in the renewal that we have already come through, in the solitude. Yes, it's in that renewal. So now the things that are shaking up, right, is bringing in love and light and fun and prosperity and healing and divine wealth. All of those things that we were working toward in 2025. Ashe. And so my water signs love it so very much. And so, my water signs, now we have this ascension that is beyond. Now we can stand in passion, right? You see that? That's beautiful, right? Wrapped up, tied up, and tangled up in our energetic emotions, in our flow. Yeah. So we can go to the water and we can ask her for anything and we can receive it in that moment. We are no longer waiting on things to come through. We are tarrying. We're not doing it. Come on, what are signs? We have overcome. See what I'm saying? Wait, I can't even make this. Ba, 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 ba. You see that? Roots and love. Now we're in alignment, right? We're in alignment. We've built new foundations. And so the roots are springing up. The roots, water signs, are springing up. And we are now in a space where we can absolutely enjoy all the work, all the hard work that we have done. The renewal is here. The rebirth is here. So this week, water signs, go about connecting with the spirit of water, right? In a new, in a fun, in an energetic, high vibrational way. And watch it bring in the flow, everything that you desire. Ashe. Asheo.